Oh, and they have 16. So if they have 4/5 less, did I set this up wrong? Yes, I'm sorry. The science club is the one that the arrow should be pointing to because it has less. So if we think about dividing by 4/5, remember when you divide by a fraction, you have to flip it and multiply by the reciprocal. And we're plugging in 16 for science club. 1, 4, and 20. And I know we didn't necessarily go over a whole lot of these, so just kind of look at it. Again, this is just me guessing at what's on there. I have no idea. Who knows? This could be some of the exact same questions you see next week. But remember, if anything happens, don't panic on your test. Also, please make sure you bring a pencil. I had some people do Scantrons and pen, and guess what? It counts everyone wrong. So bring a pencil. Also, you can't use mechanical. Sorry. I know it's a bummer, but you can't use mechanical. 16, which of the slopes is the greatest? You have to change all of these to have a common denominator. So 1/2, 3/5, 4/6, and 7/12. Let's see. I think they all go into 60. Yes. So multiply this by 30 over 30. Get 30 over 60. Make sure you're showing work because I'm going to have Mr. Lee look over these next week. And if you're not showing work, he is not giving you full credit. Oh, you know what? I should multiply by 10. Sorry. 10, 10, 40, 60. Okay, so far 1/2 is not the largest. Multiply this by 12. 36 over 60. Oh, still this one's the winner. Let's see if this one wins. 35 over 60. Nope. 4/6 is the winner. So circle 4/5. And 4/6, and 4/6 was C. And sorry, I haven't been putting the letters. Sum is greater than 20 is 8. Alright, 17. Write these from least to greatest. This shouldn't have taken long. You should have gone with C. Negative 15, negative 6.4, negative 6, negative 5.8, and negative 5.1. Remember, it's opposite when they're negative. Think about on a thermometer. Think about what would be the coldest. I mean, I don't want to be outside when it's negative 15. I don't think we're going to get that here in Oklahoma, but okay, 18 should be fairly easy. First of all, you should be able to see that Tuesday is the coldest, so that should make it between B and D, but it is B. It's Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Thursday, and then Monday. If you notice the first two, guess what? You can eliminate all the other ones that don't have them. Again, you should have done these by yourselves where you should just be seeing if you got the right answers. This is where you're changing them all to decimals. Do you remember when we talked about changing a percent, changing something to a percent, or we're changing it to a decimal? So 1/4, maybe you should know, is 0.25. If you don't, it's 1 divided by 4. This is already a decimal. I'm changing this to a decimal. I'm emphasizing the L, so move 2 places to the left, and we get 0.26. And 9 over 50, we're going to divide 9 by 50. Let's see, 1. And 5 goes into 48 times. So let's do, it says, you better make sure you're reading this correctly. It says, who gathered we want to do the most eggs to the fewest eggs. So you've got to make sure you read that, because that makes a big difference. And notice how they switched. They went from the least to greatest to, now they're going to the most to the fewest. So that would make 0.31 first, which 0.31 was Dave. So now look, that only narrows it down to 1. So really, if you get Dave as first, guess what? You don't have to worry about the rest of it, because Dave is not first in any of those selections except for 1. That's the fabulous thing about multiple choice. It can help you eliminate lots of different options you know aren't the answers. 20, this should be really easy. 3 squared is 3 times 3, which is 9. Don't pick the 6th one, which means if you're doing the boxes, that's what it should look like, a 3 by 3. 21. The square root of 4, which means what times itself is 4 is 2. So that should mean a picture that's a 2 by 2. So let's see, that was A, this is D. 22. The square root perfect square above, perfect square below, and what it equals. Again, please make sure you were showing work on this. Alright, so square root of 56, let's see, 49 is 7, and then we've got 64 is 8, so you had to subtract 7 tiles and add 8. And you will always be subtracting. So subtracting 7 tiles, which is D. And think about it, you don't want to go back to Lowe's to buy more tiles